Hello, this is my start of the South Downs Way. I've just got off the train and Winchester town is back there and the start of it is just up there by the bridge, but it was really noisy by the road, so I've just come in a couple of 100 yards. There's this lovely park with a river. It's nicely overcast today because we had a savage heat wave a couple of weeks ago and I didn't fancy hiking in that. So I'm going to camp along the way. Got everything that I think I need, some new stuff too. And this is because of my wife. She did this a couple of weeks ago and she wanted to do it on her own, so she nicked my tent and challenged herself to see if she could do it, and she did it in 5 days. So I was like, I fancy a crack at that. So I got her little map book, all her little notes for water stops and things like that, and yeah, I've got to live up to that, haven't I? So yeah, I want to crack at it as well. I've always fancied the South Downs Way, so this is my little trip of it. I'm really looking forward to it. So I crossed the motorway and this is what I wanted. This is what I was looking forward to. I can still hear the motorway over there, but it's supposed to be just lovely rolling hills and open vistas. So yeah, cannot wait for this. I don't even care what the weather does. It's just good to get out. So on this route, I'm not going to do a sort of every single little bit, just little bits. I'll talk about the gear I've got as well. Really got it down now. Base weight just over 7 kilograms, and yet still comfortable. Sorry, I got a look there. Still comfortable, waterproof, quick drying. It took a while to sort of get the hang of what I need, trial and error, and I'm really happy with it. So I've got food and water as well, but base weight just over 7 kilos with the old Osprey. Enough creaky, this Osprey, listen. Oh, it's not doing it now, but when you walk on road, it creaks like an old staircase. But anyway, weather's perfect. I've got a cap if it gets really hot and sunglasses, but this is just right. And I just cannot wait to get out away from the hustle and bustle. So yeah. So there's Winchester over there, and I've walked over the motorway. Let's get you back to normal. And we're in these lovely open fields right now. It's overcast today, but really nice. It's absolutely perfect. Good little wild camping spot there, but it's only about 3 miles out of Winchester, so yeah. So far it's all signposted really easy, so I hope it's like that all the way. I think it's supposed to be. There's little signs there, see, dotted around everywhere with the blue acorn. There you go. Yeah. So yeah, only just really started warming up, but going well. So just across the road here, there's signposts. Excuse the there's signposts everywhere, even in the middle of fields. It's so well signposted. Apparently it's like this pretty much of the way, which is good. So here's a sign here. So I am here right now. I've got all of that to go. I had to look twice at that one. I was like, hang on. Yeah. And here's the path. So this is what I was after. Just me. I've seen a few cyclists and a couple of hikers, but there's no one. Just open fields and views. Sorry, my camera work is terrible. I'm just using my phone. But oh, it's just perfect. It's nice and cool, cool breeze. No killer heat wave. If it does rain, I've got a jacket, a waterproof jacket, but I don't care. Ah. Loving it. The path is really easy so far. I hope it's like this all the way. It's like really straightforward. Oh, it just feels so good. But if you need a wild camping spot, it's all set up here. Someone very kindly left a mattress and all their rubbish and junk and some carpet. So yeah, nice and comfortable. You get the stars. Disgusting, absolute animals. So I just stopped at Holden Farm, which is down there a bit. It was really noisy, there's tractors, so I couldn't really sort of video there. There's a water tap there on the side, because the one further back, sorry, called Keeper's Cottage, it didn't work. I had enough water anyway, but there's a water tap right on the route through Holden Farm, and then behind the barn, it's all signposted, is toilets and a snack shop, which is really nice. So I used the toilet and felt obliged to get a coffee, and they had fruit and snacks and crisps, and they were really friendly. So yeah, if you need a quick resupply, Holden Farm, and there's everything you need there, snack wise and coffee and toilets. So I think I'm about 12 miles in, 11, 12. I'm just going by the map book that I've got, and I'm at a high point because there's one of these things here, and yeah, I mean, looking at it on a phone video will not do it justice. I mean, it's not exactly like the Grand Canyon, but it's just so open and lovely. I really like it. It's just nice, and you got some sort of wooded bits to walk through that's shaded, and you can hear all the crickets. It's just lovely. This is a great wild camping spot here, actually. I don't know where this is. There's some flat bits. It's just about 12 miles from Wiltshire, but there's a stark reminder of, let me zoom in. Yeah, it's not all nature. Anyway, I don't want to be morbid. Yeah, it's lovely, and I couldn't ask for better weather because it's nice and cool. I don't know whereabouts this is, but there's a bench here, and for good reason, because of that lovely view. It is very nice. It's not like, you know, like mountainous or anything, but it's just a nice open, I don't know, it's just nice. But yeah, there's a really nice bench here with that view. So I made it 20 miles today, and I'm at a campsite called the Sustainability Centre, which is really nice, and I've got a private pitch. I wish I knew there was a fire pit. I would have had a fire, but anyway, I'm making myself a hot chocolate with my amazing windshield that you might have seen in another video. And there's the nature hike, and just some of my clothes dried. It was supposed to be hacking down with rain. I would have gone for a nice pub meal like up the road, but it hasn't in the end. It's supposed to be thunderstorming tonight, so I put the nature hike to the test. Anyway, I'm absolutely beat, so yeah, I'm just going to chill out, have some food, and start again tomorrow. Okay, so I'm just going to go through the route that I did on day one using the book that I had. It's a bit mangled up now because it got wet, but yeah, you buy one of these online, they're about £8, and it's got the whole route marked, the yellow line. I didn't put that in, that was already there. So I'm going to use a pen because my fingers are big and chunky. So the station is over there somewhere, and you just walk into the town. Right outside the station, if you're going early, there's a Costa Coffee right outside which does food and all that as well. It's a good one. So there's food the second you get out, or a coffee, which is what I needed because it was about a 2.5 hour journey. So walk into the town, just head right straight for the town centre, work your way through and work to the bridge with a mill down the other end, and off you go. You sort of walk through roads and through an estate partially, and then the second you're over here, you're into the fields. Now you notice that there's routes for walkers and routes for hikers sometimes, so just stick to the one for the walkers. Now the first water source didn't work here. It was a bit like, oh, fortunately I had enough water on me, but all the other water sources which are marked on this map, they all worked, so that's good. So work your way through. It said, my wife said there was a burger van there, but there wasn't when I got there. So that's temperamental. Up you go. I'm just trying to remember the route itself. This is beautiful along here. Well, it's all beautiful. The whole route is beautiful. There's a water source there, Holden Farm. You'll see it as you walk past, and also there's a small little cafe there. It doesn't do like big breakfast, but it does little supplies and coffee, and there's toilets, and they were really, really friendly, so that's worth a stop, and to fill up your water as well. These pub symbols there, which means a pub, obviously, so if it's open you can get food along there. So I went all along here, all the way down, another water source at Loma Farm, all the way through to Beacon Hill, which was lovely. The signposts are so easy. There's a shop here in Exton, so you can get bits and bobs, and there's a pub as well and a water source. So when I've put Camel up, that means that when I get to a water source, I drink as much water as possible, and then I fill my bottle, or 2 bottles depending on how far you're going. So there's a shop there and stuff you need. There's the 2 separate ones, route for cyclists, follow it through. It goes around a lovely forest, then it comes sort of back on itself, and then there's sort of not a lot from here. And this is where I camped for the first night, which is sort of here. It's called the Sustainability Centre, and it's really, really nice. So that's 20 miles. Oh yeah, these little markers here, can you see them? They're mile markers. Okay, so I've worked out that this was 20 miles, and this is where I camped for the first night, where my wife stayed before, and then I set off on the next day. This campsite though, everything closes at 5, so you can check it, just sort of walk in, and they leave a note on the door which pitch you've got, but everything's shut. Also here, there's nothing. There's no shops, there's no petrol stations, there's no villages other than this one, which is miles away. Bear this in mind, if you stay here or around this area, there's nothing, okay? So bring food with you. I had food with me, which is okay. You could, which I intended to do, was when I got to here, I was just going to nip over here to East Meon and have a meal in this pub. And then when I finished there, cheat a bit and go down here. But there was warnings of storms and rain, so I wanted to get set up first. When I got there, it didn't happen. So that's the route for the first day.